Coach Deanna, do you remember when you first started? Do you remember what your goal was?
Yeah, I remember when I first started, it was hard to set a goal. I had really no idea what even setting a goal was like.
A lot of beginners, when they first start, they struggle to set goals. So today we're going to go through goal setting for beginners. I'm Coach Jay.
This is Coach Deanna.
Let's get right to it. So Deanna, do you remember when you first started functional training?
Yeah.
Do you remember what your goal was?
Yeah, I had a goal to lose 10 pounds or something, and I really wanted to gain muscle, but I had no idea how to do that. And I had tried, but...
Perfect. Yeah, a lot of people when they start, they have this goal, like they see a gym, they're doing cool things at the gym, like, hey, I can go to this gym, I can lose a little bit of weight, I can get a little stronger, right? That type of goal is a perfect goal to start with, because the only thing you want in your initial goal is something that will motivate you to take the next step, right? So it sounds like that's what you did. You took the next step.
Yeah.
Right? So what was the next step? Just attending a class or?
Yeah, I went in and asked for information, and then I just signed up. I had no idea what was going to happen, but I was like, I want to be with you guys.
Perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. So the first thing that I want to talk about when it comes to goal setting is that first goal that you have. It can be general. It can be, I just want to get into general good shape. I just want to lose 10 pounds. The only thing you need is something that will motivate you to action.
Yeah.
Right? So I've got a couple whiteboards here. The first one says that action is going to lead you to progress, and then the progress leads you to motivation, right? A lot of people think they need to be super motivated to start, right? I'm going to get in the best shape of my life. It's actually the opposite. You just need enough motivation to take that first step that you took, right? To take that first action. And once you start to take action, then you start to see progress. So when you started, you had this goal.
Yep.
It was to lose 10 pounds.
Yeah.
And then what happened once you started going to the gym?
Well, I started to realize that there were other things, and I was introduced to new things, and I just wanted to go more because I started getting curious. Like, what was a box jump? What was a step up?
Yeah.
So then I started getting motivated to just go because all these new things were being introduced, and then I kind of forgot about the weight loss.
Yes.
I didn't remember. I just wanted to box jump for real.
So at the beginning when you started doing it, how often would you go?
I started going maybe 2 to 3 days. It was a bit scary and hard.
Yep.
And then I increased it to 4 over the course of the weeks. And then I did more. I don't really remember how many days, but at the beginning it wasn't very much. But I wanted to do more. It's just that the process at the beginning was like fundamentals and like learning the gym and all the rules and stuff.
Perfect. So that kind of leads us to our path to fitness here. The bottom of this pyramid, if you can see this, is just about showing up, right? So you just had enough motivation with your kind of goal of getting stronger and losing 10 pounds to walk through the door.
Yeah.
And then the first step that you took was you started showing up 2 to 3 times a week. And then how many weeks did you show up 2 to 3 times before you increased it?
Maybe like 3 or 4.
Perfect.
Maybe even the month, I think I want to say.
Yeah, so you started showing up consistently for a month.
Yeah.
Right? And what happened to that goal over that first month? Did you just totally forget the 10-pound goal, or were you on it all the time?
No, I mean, it would just kind of came with the workouts. So I would just work out and feel that during the week I would eat a little bit healthier because I wanted to be ready for the next day to work out with people.
Yeah.
So I did lose weight in the first couple weeks, kind of mindlessly, just coming into the gym and taking all the guidance from my coaches.
But you weren't weighing yourself every single day, overly focused on it.
Not really.
Yeah.
I wanted to do box jumps. I started to realize that I wanted to do some box jumps.
Yeah,
And that's what I
awesome.
was focused on.
So this is perfect, right? Basically you got into the door, you started doing the thing, and it became about something else besides the original goal. So it was all about just showing up. So you started showing up for about a month.
Yep.
Right? And after a month you started to get more comfortable. So that brings us to the next level, which is comfort. So after about a month, you got comfortable, right? And you felt like, hey, I want to do this a little bit more.
Yeah.
And you started showing up 4 times a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so as you started showing up more often, right, you started to see more progress.
Yeah.
Right? And that's that's the third level. So what kind of progress did you see as you started showing up more often?
I started to be able to do new movements that I had never done before.
Yeah.
I don't know, deadlifting with my legs open. I was like, what is this? And even doing box step ups or the attempt of a box jump, to me, that was really new. So I started meeting new people, and new people started to introduce me to new things in the workouts. And then I just started to do a lot of new things and repeating the stuff I was doing before, but just doing it correctly now.
Yeah.
So before I would squat, but I didn't know like keeping my chest up and doing it safely.
Yes.
It was
yes.
weird.
Yeah. So you start seeing this progress,
Yeah.
and then you get to the point where you're like, I want to get to the next level.
Yeah.
Right. And you said there was a competition that you signed up for.
Yeah, there was a weekend competition that they were doing, and they invited me. I didn't compete because it was very new, but I got to go and I got to see what everybody was doing. And I said, one day I want to be in one of these. I want to be like you guys.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I kind of looked up to people.
Yeah.
And so it was like, yeah, I'm going to work hard to one day be able to do that thing that they're doing. And it just became real fun.
Yeah. And that's the last level, which is perform, right? So basically the idea is like you start with something that gets you in the door, right? And then you start showing up consistently,
Yeah.
right? As you start showing up more consistently, you start to get more comfortable. You understand what a squat is. You understand like a sumo deadlift versus a regular deadlift,
Yeah.
like you said. And then you start seeing progress. Like, oh, I tried this movement that I tried before, and I'm better at it now,
Yeah.
right? And because you're seeing progress, now you really want to dial in the goals.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, like a lot of beginners think that they need to, the first day they walk into a gym, they want to go, be in a competition,
Yeah.
right? And it's actually the opposite, right?
Right.
The best thing you can do is just focus on your process at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then you kind of get to the point where now I want these amazing goals.
Right.
If your goal was to still lose 10 pounds, right?
Yeah.
And you looked and you saw that, maybe you had lost 10 pounds. What you might do as you see that progress is say, actually, I would really love to lose 20 pounds.
Right.
Right? Not that it's all about losing weight, but you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I never thought I could lose 20 pounds, but now that I've lost 10, I think I can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are your goals now?
So right now I'm trying to get to a very specific body weight, so
Yeah.
17% body fat.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really matter the number anymore. I completely changed my mindset from whatever the scale says to just being healthier, happier, and stronger. So
Yeah.
being able to have my deadlift get heavier and stuff like that. So I've completely understood the difference of what feeling healthy and happy is as opposed to like whatever the scale says.
So that's like a performance goal, essentially, because 17% body fat is like whatever,
Right, the numbers.
But essentially, it's a way to measure, like, am I getting to where I want to be with my body composition?
Yeah.
But if you walked in on day one and said, hey, I want to be 17% body fat,
Yeah.
that might be a little too much,
Yeah.
right? So the takeaway here really is, as a beginner, when you first start, your goal should just be enough to get you in the door.
Yep.
Right? And just show up consistently.
Right.
And as you get more and more consistent, then you get some progress. Then you want to set those aggressive performance goals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just like you are now, and
Yeah.
now you're a coach, and you're aiming for a goal that I wouldn't recommend for a beginner.
Right.
Yeah. So it's perfect. So that's goal setting for beginners. Do us a favor, if you like that video, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you want to be notified when we publish our next videos, go ahead and hit subscribe. Do us a favor, write down below what your goals are, right? Just write it in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.